Welcome, guys. We're working with one of our veterans this morning. It's actually still morning here. Trying to get it some riding time in before it gets too hot. We're in triple digits all this next week, so we're trying to get ridden done a little early. But this is actually Shelby and Bourbon. Bourbon's the 3-year-old, but this is his first time being worked without any warm up or any lunging or being turned out. So he went straight from the stall, saddled up, and we're going to see how he acts. It's his first time, I would call it starting cold. I see how he was acting uptight at first, and now he's kind of calmed down. That's why I wanted to do him cold and see if he has any attitude. And I can see him a little hump up in the back a little bit, but he calmed down and quit doing it. And that's a good thing in case you have to go from straight from the stall to riding. So go ahead and jogging for me. Welcome, welcome. We're working a young horse and agreeing a jog, not a trot. Make him slow down. Make him give his space and hold him back. It's a 3-year-old colt that we've been working with the last couple months now. He's just really getting broke. Welcome. He is actually a Morgan Quarter Cross. He was actually a rescue horse that was adopted by Shelby. So it's kind of an unusual thing that we have a rescue horse in a veterans program. But yeah, he is a Morgan Quarter Cross. And sometimes he has a Morgan headset and you're trying to work on the quarter headset. And he's going to show him the next year in the APHA and the NSBA in the veterans class. They have 3 to 4 shows a year that these veterans can ride at. Anywhere from Fort Worth, Texas, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to Columbus, Ohio. Usually at the APHA World, the NSBA World, and the Florida Horse Congress. Try to hold him back more. I want him slower. Right there. Right there. And see, I say right there, and he breaks every time. Boot him when he breaks. Do not let him break down. This lope is really green. So we got it. He give me some pitching and hold him back. Sorry, I'm giving a lesson to him while we're doing a live stream, but I figure it's the best way to do it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Let me know where you're from if you would. I would like to know where some of my viewers that are getting on here would like to know where y'all are from. So if y'all would comment where you're from. There we go. Make sure you give him all his space with his head down, give him all his back. You'll have to take it up and down. I know it's a lot of weight. Remember, at a jog when we on the race. Get as close to the rail as you can. But I would like to have a comment where you're watching from. I'd like to know where some of these people are viewing from. I'm here in Belton, Texas. I'm right between Waco and Austin. They call it Central Texas. Bring him back more. There you go. Easy back. Bring him back. Can you see our riding shorts? It's hot here. We have our boots on, but we are riding shorts. Holding. Not letting go. Now, he didn't try to break, so don't kick him. He didn't try to break on you. No. So don't confuse him like that. Bring him back and let him go. If he breaks, then you want to beat him. That's when, yeah, there you go. Just go ahead and do a pace and trot on him. Go ahead and leg him out a little bit. Let him have some exercise. I figured he's going to lope. He's been acting like he wants to lope already. It's really kind of funny. This colt didn't like loping at all when we first started with him. And now he's gotten really comfortable loping. Outside diagonal. Sit 2 beat. He's like, I enjoy loping now. Welcome, welcome. We're working with a 3-year-old Morgan Quarter Cross. It was a rescue that was adopted by Shelby. And he's working him for the veteran class division show this next year. Let me know where you're at, if you would. Comment where you're from. Let me know you can hear me okay. I'm assuming my audio is okay. I don't know if you can hear me or not. He lopes again, stop him, back him up every time he lopes. I just realized I didn't have my headset on. Y'all might not have been able to hear me at all. I'm sorry. You could have been here for a few minutes. So I would like y'all to comment where you're from, if you can hear me. There you go. Stop and back him up again. Yeah, we don't want him breaking off into a lope unless he's asked. Because every time he breaks off, stop him, back him up. Stop and back him up. Pull on him. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, when you're posting, he's wanting to lope, which is not what we're wanting. He's got to distinguish between the two. Which is funny how he's gotten comfortable loping now. Before you couldn't get him to lope. Now he's like, okay, I'll just lope. It's funny how they get their confidence. Pull on him. Say, whoa, you need to stop him. Make him stop. Make sure his face is straight every time you stop him. It seemed like your right rein is tighter than your left rein. That's why I was saying that. If you're not kissing, not using one boot, he shouldn't be loping. If he's fucking, he should be trotting. Welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're here watching us from. We're in Texas. We're working with one of our veterans on this green 3-year-old Morgan Quarter Call. He was actually adopted by Shelby. Shelby's former military. That's why he's in our veterans program. Next time he lopes off, pull him around in a real hard circle. I mean, pull his face all the way around, make him work his hips a couple times. Welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're here live from. Let me know in the comments where you're from. Appreciate it. Go ahead and change directions too for a second. See if we can get his mind off of loping. Welcome, welcome. Go live. Let us know where you're watching from if you would in the comments, please. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. Wrong diagonal. There you go. Get his head down quite a bit. Okay, put him back on the rail. Let's out of the trot. Posting trot. Welcome to our live stream. Comment where you're watching from if you would. I'd like to know where people are seeing this from. I'm trying to figure out the best time of day to be live. If it's now or later in the afternoon. We have stuff even later in the afternoon. There you go. Just work his head. Okay, go right back to trotting. That's a watchdog. Somebody's driving down the driveway. He's a rescue, nevertheless. Go right back to trotting. Try to steady your legs up. Your feet are all the way home. Try to pull your feet back in your foot. Get on the ball of your feet, not all the way home. It's part of the problem. Because when you're posting, you're starting to move your leg a lot. Welcome to our live stream. Let me know where you're watching from if you wouldn't mind. I'm trying to find out where people are watching this from. If you in the comment section, type in where you're watching from. Wrong diagonal. Get your feet back on the ball of your feet though. There you go. Keep your head down. Your right foot still all the way home. Pull it back. Get on the ball of your foot. Sorry, I was watching. I forgot to move the camera. Yeah, your feet are all the way home. Want them on the ball of your feet. That's better. Yeah. Well, if you have any comments about what we're at, what we are, what we do, we're a veterans equine program. We actually teach veterans to show horses. Actually working with Shelby and Bourbon here. Get his face. Really get his face. There you go. Change your diagonal. Sit two. Sit two beats. Sit two beats only. There you go. Now just work his face down. Okay, now sit down and try to bring it down to a jog. Remember, when you go to a jog, go back towards the rail. Got to stay on the rail. Not on me, Bourbon. Bourbon likes to get close to the time. That's better. There we go. That's better. Okay, while you're jogging, keep him slow and change direction. Without going over obstacles, typically. Or you keep him engaged over the obstacle as well. Don't let him stop over the obstacle. You go back out to the rail, so you're right in the center of the pen again, and you get back on the rail when you're jogging. All the way to the rail before you go anywhere else. Stupid. Bring him back more. Welcome, welcome. We're working one of the young horses in the veteran. Working with Bourbon. He's only 3. He's just starting to figure things out. He's been riding with us a couple months now. He's finally getting booked. I was wondering where you're gonna go. Bring him back more. But I'm gonna log off here, guys. I'm gonna do some other stuff, but I wanted to log in just for a little while or so. See if it works. We'll log off. I may log back on this evening. I'm not sure. But y'all have a wonderful day. I take care from Texas.